Well, Apurva, yes, it is a complex issue. There are no simple yes or no explanations to it, and we will get to that. This is a legal procedure which also is expected to play out in the Supreme Court, which has wide-scale political implications. As a matter of fact, I'm being joined by Mr. Nalin Kohli. He is the national spokesperson for the BJP. We will quickly go across to him for some direct questions. Mr. Kohli, we've heard Mamata Banerjee, West Bengal Chief Minister, leveling some very, very grave charges against the Prime Minister. And we have seen certain flashpoint be built prior to yesterday. The Prime Minister was addressing a couple of rallies in Durgapur and another venue in West Bengal. And that was the hint that things are not all that well between Centre and West Bengal government.
No, I don't think so. I think you need to look at it in terms of the facts. The Narada Sharda scam came up before the Honorable Supreme Court and before the bench of Justice Thakur, who went on to become the Honorable Chief Justice of India in 2014, even before Narendra Modi ji's government was sworn in. This continued, and finally, if I recall the citation, 2016 2 SCC 1 is the final order in the case of Subrat Chattoraj, where the matter was given to the CBI. So it is on the directions of the Honorable Supreme Court of India that the matter came up before the CBI, and the West Bengal police was expected and ordered to cooperate with them. This matter subsequently has come up on several occasions, including before the bench of Justice Arun Mishra. And one of the major orders was in July 2018. What's the substance of it? The prime accused, some of them like Sudipto Sen, which is in the media also, has said that certain laptops, pen drives were seized. These are not being shown as part of the seizure memo. Calcutta police has gone out of its way to prevent all these documents from being handed over to the CBI. The CBI has on several occasions been asking for it. It's been continuing over a long period of time. So the question to be asked is, A, what is it in that investigative material that the Calcutta police so zealously wants to protect and not hand over to the CBI? What is it that frightens the West Bengal government, terrifies them, petrifies them, that something will get exposed that may reveal that a lot of people were involved in the scam? 40,000 crores is a huge sum of money from the poorest of the poor in West Bengal, 25 lakh people. Just imagine, 75,000 crores is what Modi ji's government has kept for farmers, 6,000 rupees a year. 40,000 crores translates to 3,500-4,000 rupees a year. How many poor people can benefit from it if this scam reaches its logical end? And have you ever seen such a constitutional position that a chief minister leaves everything, rushes to sit on a dharna outside the house of the officer who is not allowing the CBI to discharge its duties, which the CBI is doing on orders of the Supreme Court of India?
Well, Nalin, quickly again, another question. I will borrow from what Mamata Banerjee said. She said yesterday that the state government itself is conducting magisterial inquiry, which High Court is seized off from time to time. And that, apart of political questions, since you are the spokesperson for the BJP, we are seeing this opposition putting its strength behind Mamata Banerjee ahead of 2019. Is this a scenario which is comfortable for the BJP?
Well, first, let me answer it politically. Yes. Let's be very clear. It is the BJP Karyakarta and leaders who are being murdered, brutalized, beaten up, and every democratic right of theirs is being forcibly curtailed in West Bengal. That is why such anger is building up, and that you can see in front, which was evident in the rallies of Modi ji, Amit Bhai, others. That is why she is worried politically and is trying everything under the sun to prevent our chief ministers, the helicopters landing, our national president from doing programs there. So all of this clearly shows that she is the one who's rattled. Her government is worried. Additionally, who were the first parties that jumped in support for Ms. Mamata Banerjee? Those parties whose top leaders either are in jail or have come out subsequently on bail, or are on bail and are fearful that they will end up in jail. It almost seems that those who have a stake that there should be no investigation independently into mega scams are immediately jumping out there and speaking about the Constitution. Let's not forget, Mrs. Indira Gandhi in 1975 spoke about protecting the Constitution when she imposed emergency. Who won? The Constitution and constitutional processes won. She did not win. The people of India thereafter taught them a lesson. The same thing in West Bengal. If it's a choice between the undemocratic government of Ms. Mamata Banerjee, her coming down and discarding the constitutional propriety, rest assured, ultimately the Constitution and Constitution alone will win.